is the Tensho kata. Now, this is one of the basic Goju kata or Goju forms. This kata was developed by Miyagi Sensei. Okay, it was based on techniques from a book called the Bubishi, the martial arts spirit. And these hand positions are shown or illustrated within the Bubishi. He made a kata out of it. Now, in that Seiunchin is a totally hard kata, Tensho kata is meant to be totally soft. So you can see kakeuke, this hooking block, palm heel thrusting, the idea of all soft movements as opposed to linear and very hard movements. Wrist blocking to the side, and then inside of the palm heel back in again. Now, both sides are practiced finally. Thrusting out with palm heels, thrusting down, gedan, lower level palm heel, pushing, the double wrist blocks, wrists to the side, and then back in again. Now these are three escape movements, thrusting out but meant to be escapes. Mawashi uke, step back, and another mawashi uke, and then finally yame, or finish the form. This next kata is Saifa. Saifa means tearing or breaking point. And the kata begins with two or several arm releases or escapes. And then finally a counterattack and back fist. It features two short front kicks with a blocking sequence. That's actually the signature of the kata. Turning, striking with a hammer fist. This movement here is a hair grab, and punch is the bunkai or practical application. And finally finishing up with mawashi uke. Yame, close the form. The next kata is called Sanseirū. This is a kaishu, or advanced kata, meaning 36 actually. The number 36 is significant in Buddhism and Taoism, Chinese philosophies that influenced Okinawan karate. Now, the kata starts off with the same three-step pattern, similar to Seiunchin. The idea of stepping using dynamic tension is almost universal in all the Goju kata. This is repeated over and over again. Now, what's happening here is a double kick, elbow strike, and then kansetsugeri, or knee joint kick. Of course, that goes in 4 directions. It's repeated 4 times. Okay, blocking, turning. Now, the kata ends with a unique or peculiar inugamai, or dog posture, at the end. This concludes the Sanseirū form. You'll see that again also in other Goju kata. This next kata is called Shisochin, which means 4 calm monks. Shisochin starts off with 3 nukite, or spear hand thrusts. Again, very similar in the Goju syllabus of kata, this 3-stepping pattern and thrusting. It seems to be the basic building block of most of the kata. This kata also has a posture very similar to the Chinese Kempo dragon style, or dragon pattern. Blocking low and then high. Now, Shisochin makes use of the palm heel strike, both as a block and a strike. Here's some combination techniques: hakakeuke, hooking block, front kick, elbow strike. Elbow strike again. Double elbow strike, that's actually an escape or release from behind. And then tai sabaki, or hip shifting. Turning and blocking again. Yame, close the form. This next kata is called Seiunchin. It's also pronounced Seiunchin in Japanese within the Goju Kai. The kata is very old and means calm within the storm. This form uses deep abdominal breathing similar to Sanshin, and it relies on shikodachi, or the horse stance, for its footwork. Also using soft blocking movements, a grab, pulling your opponent in, and then thrusting. Okay, and that same movement repeats itself again. Soft block, turn, grab, and then thrust. Elbow strike, supported block, step back and down block. That same movement again. Actually, the embusen, or the pattern of the kata, describes a six-pointed star. There's many elbow strikes and open hand as well as closed hand hand techniques within this kata. Blocking at the end, and again, finally finishing up the form. The next kata is Seisan. Okay, this kata has a numerical significance or representation also from Taoist and Buddhist philosophies. It can mean 13 or 30. And again, it starts off with the three-step pattern. Okay, these are escapes and releases here. Kansetsugeri, turn and block. Again, step and block, step and block. Blocking with both hands. Turn, strong punching, kansetsugeri to the knee. Turn, block, strong punches, kansetsugeri to the knee. And finally, a back fist, turn, front kick, punch, mawashi-uke, roundhouse block, and then finish the form. Seipai kata. This actually means 18 from the Taoist or Buddhist philosophies. It makes use of body twisting movements. The form is actually derived from what's called Rakan Kempo, which means monk fist boxing as described in the Bubishi. It includes whirling roundhouse punches and rib punches as well. Turning, blocking. Kakeuke, down block. Front kick, rib punch. Kakeuke, down block, block. Front kick, and again, punch to the ribs, lowering to shikodachi, or horse stance, punch to the ribs. Then a hammer fist at the end concludes the form. Kururunfa. This is a more advanced kata. The idea of the movements in the beginning are to counter with a kansetsugeri, joint kick to the knee. This is, and the hand movements are actually from an old method of defending, of someone grabbing against your sleeve. Of course, it was designed for Chinese-style long sleeves. Hooking blocks, kick, elbow strike. Again, patterns very similar within the Goju form. Kururunfa emphasizes this wrist hooking block. Turning and blocking. Now, the end of the form has this unusual movement with the hands behind the head. The idea of this is a defense against a full Nelson, and then grabbing opponent from the front, elbow break. Then these movements to the side are dumping or throwing, scooping someone's leg. Mawashi-uke, and then close.